Inmates who study, who have a study formal, who are registered students, have the right, and I believe it's in terms of court cases that the DCS lost in 2015 and 2018. They have the right, if they are registered with a formal institution of learning, to have access to a laptop, and for that reason, inmate Bester had access to that laptop.
Okay. That's fine. Let's pass there.
Maybe Honorable Ngola, with which institution was he registered?
He was registered with Damlin.
Was the laptop belong to him or to DCS or to G4S?
I'll ask my colleague.
To whom did the laptop belong?
Honourable Member, the laptop belonged to him.
To him.
That's correct.
Do our correctional centers provide personal laptop to offenders who are studying within? Because you must understand that we talk from a point where we have crisscrossed the country going to correctional centers. What we find there is laptops that are organized by DCS for their own students. Why was Thabo Bester with his personal laptop? How did it enter the prison facility?
We don't see any reason to do the lifestyle audits on our employees.
You employ people to look after hardened criminals. Your facility looks after, it's a maximum security facility, right? So we're not looking at shoplifters. And you don't think it's necessary to do lifestyle audits on your staff?
Honourable Member.
I'm busy.
Sorry.
And when I'm done, you'll have an opportunity. And don't make the mistake of interrupting me again. And you don't think it's necessary to do lifestyle audits on people who look after criminals like that, who have access to money, who are known for bribery and corruption? Are you saying your staff is above that? And if you are saying so, on what basis?
Remember, we don't know.
You don't know.
We detected that, and we alerted the police to that.
And where would the matches, the lighter, the whatever it is that sets the light come from?
I don't know.
You don't know. And you've done nothing to find out. Cell 35 has been traversed.
Thabo Bester makes an application on the 15th of April. On the 16th of April, Thabo Bester receives a secret visit. Who is this person who visited Bester on the 16th of April? Name him. The person who visited Bester on the 16th of April 2022, who is that? You don't know.
Perhaps, Honourable Chair, I can ask my colleagues, do you have knowledge of a visit, regardless of the person on that day, to inmate Bester?
I can confirm that his visit record proved no visit on that specific day.
Chair, I will submit to the committee deliberations that Bester had a secret visitor on the 16th of April 2022, and G4S is dishonest. Thank you very much.
The facilities internet, when did you realize that there was a cell phone in Bester's possession?
Cell phone was found after the SAP gave the cell back or released the cell to us after the body of the person that was in the cell was removed to the mortuary. It was then when the items in the cell was taken and to be put in a box and into a black bag that the cell phone was found in between these.
Sorry, when you are moved from a one cell block to isolation, all your personal belongings need to be moved with. Are those personal belongings checked before you enter into your isolation cell?
You need to be searched, Honourable Member, yes. The employee that did not do that searching was charged and received a 12 months written warning on this case for not searching the inmate when he moved from one cell to another cell.
Yes, sir. I must note that a lot of things seem to not have happened the way that they should have happened.
So let's assume you agree with me now, the bester got out. How did he get out? With all those checks and balances, all that security, how did he get out?
I will preempting, that's part of the SAP investigation. Currently, to say how he got out, I don't think that's my purpose now. The SAP who's doing the criminal investigation, and I know you said I keep on saying and passing the buck. Unfortunately, that's how it operates. The SAP are conducting the criminal investigation, and we do a due diligence investigation into the operations.
You don't think that it's part of your responsibility to determine how a murderer and a serial rapist walked out of your prison? That's somebody else's responsibility. Get real. You honestly, that's the answer to the question. It's not your responsibility.
Our responsibility is to assist the SAP in every single way that we can, providing all information, providing everything that we have to the SAP to assist them to do a proper criminal investigation into the situation. Honourable.
It appears to me that the things that you do have are not terribly helpful. Is it possible to get a visit that's not recorded? A straw, time's ticking.
Honourable Member, for the data to be captured on the system, we are heavily relying on human beings. Therefore, there is also a possibility that if that visit happened, we were relying on our employees to capture that data. So if the visit happened and the data is not captured, it can't be a system problem. It should be a human being error or intentions not to capture that data.
Honourable Member, if I may, just to complete the explanation, we keep footage for only 7 days, video footage for only 7 days, so it's not possible for us to go back to the date that you mentioned to do further investigation.
I understand that system, but I assume that and when something happens, like a fire in a cell, you keep that video footage.
Correct.
Unfortunately, in this case, there was none. Coincidentally.
Of those cameras on that circuit,
Yes.
that is correct.
Just for that short period of time. They worked until the evening. They started working again later in the morning. Just that little slot didn't work. You'll agree with me that that's not a coincidence.
Yes, that coincidence is strange.
It must stretch even your imagination.
It does.
Yes,
Yeah.
quite.